guys, my name is Frank and welcome back to Forza Horizon 3 for the 20th episode of Fueled Up. I cannot believe how far this series has came and I cannot believe the support that you guys are giving it. So thank you very much for everything on every single one of the episodes, whether it's the likes, whether it's the comments, etc, etc, etc. Yous are all the best. So I thought since Horizon 3 takes place in Australia, we may as well do an Australian car for the 20th episode, and this is it. It's the 2015 Ford Falcon XR8. Now, to you and me, it seems like a freaking normal saloon or anything like that, but under the bonnet of this thing is a 5 litre supercharged, wait for it, Boss V8. What a name, seriously, that is probably the coolest sounding engine in the world. 5 litre supercharged Boss V8. It is mental. But the one thing that I want to point out right now, do you not think the back looks identical to a Jaguar XF? It's just the tail lights and the overall proportions. Now, I know Ford have actually owned Jaguar at one point, but I don't think they owned Jaguar when this was made in 2015. I might be wrong, but that's a bit fishy looking, because if you compare the XF and that, they look a lot like each other. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and just drive it and see how it is. I've surprisingly not driven it yet. Not recording, so it'll be fresh to me, but I want to hear this big V8. God, it's a lot more raw than some of the V8s that I've actually revved up and driven in the past few episodes, and that's a lot more clean in its sound. It's not as or anything like that. It's a lot more straightforward. So anyway, let's get going. I'm kind of just parked in this little area up here. It's just a brilliant little viewpoint of the ocean. Anyway, I think we shall go this way for a change and cut in through the middle of the field section. It's a lot louder than I was expecting. way louder than I was expecting. Because, as I said there, it doesn't look that macho, does it? Plus, the front looks like it's a freaking bottom feeder fish. Just one of them ones that you see on the side of fish tanks just going mwah, mwah, mwah. Just fucking trying to eat the side of the freaking tank. It's a bit mental, so it's essentially a Jag at the front and a fish. No, a Jag at the back and a fish at the front. It's a bit weird. Wouldn't imagine that combination, but anyway, this big Boss V8 pumps out 449 horsepower and the magical number of 420 foot-pounds of torque. So get Snoop Dogg in here, because he will fucking enjoy this car. He really will. But 0 to 60, I mean, it is a heavy-ish car, but it takes 5.5 seconds and top speed of 179 miles an hour. So it's not the quickest thing in a straight line, but bear in mind it has a big 4-door saloon, and yeah, it's a bit beefy, so that's why it takes it quite a long time to get to 0 to 60. Now, I say quite a long time, but 5.5 seconds is pretty quick, right? But when you compare it to other cars that I've driven in other cars in the actual segment, like 4-door saloons and super saloons, it's quite slow. It is pretty slow. I'll use the Tesla for an example. I'll use the M5 for an example. Oh god! That blooming Nissan was not getting out of the way there. So here's the interior. Now, there's a thing that I've been noticing with these Australian Fords, and that is that the interior trim and spec kind of look the same, because they were the same on the what was it called, the GT351, the GTF351, I think that's what it's called, and it was the same in another car which I drove as well. But yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad interior, but when you see it over and over, it's kind of weird. It is pretty weird, but I don't know if the Ute has the exact same interior, but I presume it will. Oh god. I know it'll have the FPV badge rather than the actual 4 badge on it. But yeah, it's not a bad interior. If you're just looking for like a 4-door saloon that with a bit of power, then I'm not too fussed. Plus, I'm not the sort of guy that really complains about interiors where it's on houses or on cars. I mean, if it's really, really bad, then yeah, obviously, but modern times, you expect good interiors, so yeah, this is a genuine good one. Let's see if we can get the arse out a wee bit. That shouldn't be a problem, oh my god! Oh, it wants to! It bloody wants to there. Holy shit! Now, I don't think I've done this yet. This is like a little triangle section in it. Okay. I think I've only drifted around this in my spare time, but I'm not going all the way around it. So here. Oh, look at that! Such a badass shot. The fish is drifting. Never thought I'd say that. How can we combine the two? A jaguar and a fish? I've got no idea. A fishuer? A fishuer? A jagish? A jagish. God's sake. A jish? I've got no fucking idea. Okay, so we've came to this little hairpin in the outback to see if we can get it sideways, and indeed we can. One thing I noticed when I was driving this down here though, the brakes could do with a little bit of an improvement, because I'll show you right now. Hold on, and we'll get to 100. There. They take some time. They really do take some time, man. I know the car is heavy, but still, compared to the other cars that I've driven, it takes a while, man. It takes a while. I think the Maloo was roughly the same, but it was a bit better. God, that bump, man, I swear to God. You don't even notice that there's a bump there, but it just dollops the back suspension down. Crazy. So, these brake... Look at that! I was braking as hard as I freaking could there. Holy shit. Might need to fit some race brakes on these. That's bad, man. That's pretty bad. You need to keep it at higher revs as well. Ooh, she can drift right, but you need to be bang on in terms of gears, and you need to be bang on in terms of speed to keep it freaking going. Oh god, it's a weird one. It is definitely a weird one. I think it's the first car that I've drifted in this game and thought, what are the ways that we could do to make this better? Seriously. Well, I've thought of two: weight reduction and more power. I know 449 horsepower is enough, but I'm not too sure. In a car that weighs this much, as I said, you might need a wee bit more oomph to get it going. But if you want to settle down in that, obviously since it's a 4-door saloon, it'll take the cruising bit pretty well. But I'm going to have a little bit of a play on the airport. Sounds good going through that tunnel in a second. These little narrow roads are great just for like mucking around, man. I actually asked for narrow roads coming into this game, but I didn't expect it to be this narrow. Holy shit. I mean, is that Sierra? Or I think it was a Sierra. I might be wrong. Try to take us out. These brakes, I swear to freaking God. Oh, it's a freaking Hoonigan, man. The bloody Hoonigan. Yet again, body roll drifting is key with this thing. As you can probably see, because it kind of walls about. Up here. This reminds me of the docks in Horizon 2. God, I missed that area. I think that's kind of what they went for with this airport, kind of like a mixture of the docks and like the airbase. Ooh, spit the fire. You like it? Me like it a lot. Move out the way, pallets. Oh god. Just thought we were going to clip the back of that wing there. Go on. We're going. You really need to get on and off the throttle on this car. You really, really do, just to keep the revs up. See what I'm doing? It's like because some of them you can just go poof, mash the throttle and that's you all day, but other cars you need to watch yourself in terms of throttle. Oh, that little jump there. Oh, that was badass. It's a fun car nonetheless, right? I don't want to bring it down by saying it isn't as drift as I thought it was it doesn't drift as well as I thought it was going to be, but it's a good car. It is a bloody good car, right? I don't know why I'm going off-roading this thing, but it's handling itself okay. But the things I would do to change this to make it better, obviously a little bit of weight reduction, a tad more power, probably bring it up to about 500, and maybe less grippier tyres, because it feels pretty grippy. This is only for drifting I'm talking about. If you want to keep the car in grip focus and stuff, keep the bigger tyres, but this, I would definitely give it a smaller size tyre. Right, so let's see if we can improve on the score that we got the other day at this drift zone in the Outback in this. Oh, she's going now. She is going now. Hallelujah. I think it's because it's a little bit of a downhill section as well. We're kind of getting a bit more momentum. Second gear. Come on, come on, come on. Don't hit the mark. 50,000. Okay. It's going to be a tight squeeze. Really need a clutch kick. Get it going. 61,000. Meh. I'll take that. I will take it. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to round it off here today for this review of the Ford Falcon XR8. It has some flaws, but it has some good sides as well, and it's probably the first car which I've kind of criticised in this series properly, because unlike most of the cars that I've driven, this thing has the most flaws, and I wasn't really wanting to say it. Man, it's a really good car nonetheless though, but in terms of what I want to do with it, which is like taking it sideways and that, it's okay. It is okay, but if you just want a genuine good car just to cruise along with, I think that's where it's more at home. Honestly, I think that's where it's more at home. But yep, thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed it, then let me know by leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the XR8. And also leave a like as well, subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, and follow me on all my social media stuff in the description below. But from me and the Big Ford, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.
Sad soul.